For weeks, volunteers began mobilizing, organizing in Laredo and Nuevo Laredo. Baptist, Catholic, and evangelical churches are answering the prayer many Cubans are making to receive help, even if these churches are making the same prayer themselves. The day begins at the Holding Institute. But everything really started January 12th, the day of the repealing of a policy allowing Cubans entry into the United States. Hundreds now stranded on the wrong side of the border, cash-strapped without a plan, food, or shelter. People from across the country wanting to help began filling trailers, sending them here to Holding.
It all started just one weekend. It's a calling that I feel.
Donations have been packed tight into 2 vehicles, driven by 2 ministers, including Dalila Martinez.
Our main purpose is to preach the word of God to them, and they've opened their hearts to Christ.
Getting past the midpoint of the bridge, we come to the aduana, or customs, to declare what's being brought in. In order to be able to come into Mexico with cars full of loads like this, they have to declare what they bring, and that can mean that they pay a fee of anywhere from $25 up to $100 at a time. Today, it's $100 for each, $200 altogether. By now, the first group of Cubans we're visiting are expecting us. Pastor Ortiz, the other minister traveling with us, begins unloading. With the help of some of the 35 Cubans staying at this church converted shelter just a week ago. The pastor here, Jose Gonzalez Estrada, is part of a church network in Nuevo Laredo where he felt drawn to help.
Me di cuenta que llegaron más y más, entonces me tuve que unir para poder dar el apoyo y el servicio que necesitan ellos como personas, como humanos que son.
Providing food, shelter, and now acquiring more cots is stretching them thin, but they're becoming resourceful.
Por ejemplo, trabajos de albañilería, plomería, electricidad que hacemos en las iglesias o a los miembros de las iglesias. Y de ahí viene pues un recurso, ¿verdad? Es una ofrenda que ellos nos dan.
A prayer ending with gratitude. And now we're heading to the second group. Inside the walls of this 2-story combo shelter and church, we arrive with food they're needing for tonight's dinner. Through this coalition of churches and shelters, they estimate to be providing 1,200 Cubans with meals daily.
Así hemos podido tener, no nos ha faltado nada de comida en todos estos días que hemos estado aquí, ya llevamos varios días.
As soon as the food arrives, they get cooking.
Cocinando un poco de pollo para hacer un fricasé con salsa, arroz blanco y una sopa para ir un poquito frío para que las personas se calienten un poquito.
Upstairs in the shelter, a new family is keeping warm too.
Emily Melania.
The Cuban father named their daughter after the United States First Lady, hoping one day they'd share the same country too.
Plan B. El plan B no lo he pensado todavía. Yo estoy con el plan A. Lograr pasar. Ese es mi objetivo.
Downstairs, service is starting. Scanning the pews, you won't find Dalila here. She's walking around the shelter, exercising the message.
It's something that the Word of God says to do, to feed the hungry, to clothe them if they don't have any clothing. If they're sick, take care of them.
After sharing a meal, we head back to the bridge. We arrive where we started. They begin packing for tomorrow's trip. They've just heard more Cubans could be heading into Nuevo Laredo, and they'll need to get an early start. Since everything began, they've been paying thousands of dollars to get what is considered humanitarian aid into Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. But why? Posing this question to government officials, we received an answer we'll be sharing with you tomorrow. For KGNS, I'm Valerie Gonzalez.